yummy. Here you go, Justin. Kick it off.
Slightly switching things up on nostalgia lane. Stop me if you've heard any of these horror animes that are pretty popular. We have Elfen Lied, Tokyo Ghoul,
Awesome.
High School of the Dead, Another,
Nice.
Dead Man Wonderland, Helsing. Okay, Helsing Ultimate. Let's see. We have Monster, Blood Plus, Akira, Berserk. We're here. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh, Memories, made by the same guy who made Akira. If you're interested in that kind of thing.
No, that has.
There's also Perfect Blood, or Perfect Blue and Blood C, not Perfect Blood. That would be a whole different type of ball of wax. But the other.
Wax his balls.
Oh gosh. Oh, and there's the Dead Man Wonderland OVA. If you guys were interested in that.
I need to see that actually.
Vampire Hunter D, which is like, probably will be one of the best known horror animes that's out there. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to.
Vampire Hunter D is like the holy grail of this amazing anime with a horror vibe.
Yeah, and then there's the 2000 version, and then also I think there's an OVA for Vampire Hunter D as well. Just basically, anyway, I digress from that. Horror anime in general is not the top dog of the anime world, period, point blank. Oh, I love that picture, by the way. But you stop and think about it, and you look at the amount of slice of life or comedies or fantasy animes and sci-fi animes.
Family friendly.
Yeah, a lot of those you'll see will tie into maybe having horror as a subgenre. But what really intrigues me is the ones that are purposely meant to mess with your head or just give you the willies and creep you out for other reasons than being Thomas the fucking Train. But these are enemies that are really seeming to catch on and gain steam with the popularity of things like Tokyo Ghoul and possibilities of a second season for High School of the Dead. They have material, they just haven't made it yet.
Such a good show. I really love that show. I love the interaction he had with that one chick that trained in Kempo. That was an amazing episode to that.
Hold on a second. I got someone in here. Go. Beat it.
But yeah, like, there's a lot of great horror animes, and it doesn't get such a public eye as it should, because there's some really great ones that have at least a horror vibe to it. Like Vampire Hunter D, it's all about vampires, werewolves, the occult. Literally, it's a post-apocalyptic world where vampires have taken over and humans are on the fence of survival. And here comes a lone wanderer with these weird powers that might make him vampiric himself to come along and kind of save the day. And it's a really good story. With a little bit of a twist at the end that I kind of saw, but some people didn't. And then the second one was really good. Vampire Hunter D Bloodlines, which was really awesome, especially the little heartfelt ending at the end. But like, there are some really good, actually scary, deep scary ones, like what would for some people it might, but like Little Pet Shop of Horrors or whatever it's called. It was a one I think that was put out by U.S. Manga back in the day, if I'm right, Justin. And that was just full blown horror and in your face. That was, if you're a horror fan in general, you need to check that out.
Oh, there's also, I think it's called Boogie Pop Phantom. Now, don't let the name fool you. It is considered, I think it was in the top 100 of animes that, psychological animes, if I remember correctly. And it earns its spot because basically what it is, everyone that you see in the anime are connected to a series of grisly murders that happened 5 years prior. So, weird things 5 years later start happening to these people, and it takes you on, a psychological kind of scare instead of being grossed out with gore and violence and blood and stuff like that instead.
Yeah. And the psychological ones are really good. I also, I don't know if this counts. Maybe it does. Vodka Knockers. Maybe you can tell me, but I like the supernatural ones, like Triple X Holic.
Oh, yes.
Some parts of that are kind of horror. I don't know if that counts, but that's a really good show that really starts to draw you into its mythology and spirituality of the show and throws in a little bit of horror elements. Because the main antagonist, sees ghosts and he's petrified of them. So there's some good, like, horror-felt moments for the character himself. But he's learning, basically through this witch, who he ends up owing a debt to, how to control his powers and everything else. She promises him to get rid of his gifts, but in actuality, she's basically training him.
Yeah, and just, I wanted to try to shine some light on the horror genre, just for the simple fact that there's so many good ones here that get overshadowed by, some of the bigger, more popular ones with, like Cowboy Bebop and Gundam. Pick any Gundam. You can add a letter or a number or whatever the fuck word you want because there's a Gundam for it.
Yep. Oh, well, mostly.
I mean, you also have your hyper violent one like DBZ. Then you have your cutesy family friendly ones like Pokemon and stuff like that. And you have those ones that kind of sit somewhere in between. Like what is that? Trigun. Trigun is I wouldn't say it's family friendly, but it's more of a comedy action kind of one.
Yeah, it's kind of like a PG-13, almost Lethal Weapon, but a little bit more family friendly.
Yeah, but I mean, I just happened to be watching. I believe it was Dead Man Wonderland the other day,
which is
the OVA for Dead Man Wonderland.
That's a fucked up show.
Yes, it is. Any anime where you use your blood to kill other people with, it's pretty cool to me. That's my opinion.
But that's a great one people need to check out. Elfin, that show was a mind fucker for me through part of it. That's a really good one.
Yeah, it's just I like this. Wanted to shine some light on this one because there are those ones that are really popular that just kind of seem to cast a shadow on this genre. Period. But this genre is really good, and if you enjoy anime, you really have to check out a horror one, at least one. And if you don't want one that's too much of, now I can't freaking look at somebody without thinking, oh man, there's something wrong with that guy. Oh, Death Note is a popular horror anime series that, a lot of people might know. But if you check out one that you don't want to be completely freaked out and watch with all the lights on, go ahead and start off with something like High School of the Dead or Hellsing. Hellsing is not that bad.
Hellsing's a really good show. I'm not going to spoil who this main character of Alucard is, but it's about vampires, ghouls, stuff like that, and trying to save humanity from these things that go bump in the dark. Also, little sub talk before we started the show. Me and IC Vodknockers kind of had a discussion about how some of the anime that we love from back in the day that we never saw as horror anime is now being classified as that, which was like what? Like Ninja Scrolls, which was like an action ninja type movie to us, is now classified as horror. Just because we took in such a turn in anime in the last, I would say, 6 to 10 years, that some of the older anime that people are getting into now, they see as almost horror or gore fest when it wasn't that to begin with. And that just shows you how much of not a light is shined on these anime that we're bringing up.
Oh, and also another fun fact, if you like Supernatural, there is the first season that has been made into an animation. So, and it technically falls underneath the horror genre, which I would not really put here, but that's another thing kind of tying in what Remo has to say. I mean, I wouldn't classify that as horror, but apparently somebody somewhere does.
Yeah, I guess they're just so used to the more cute, colorful side of anime nowadays that they're anything that isn't that they're kind of putting all in one pile of category, which it shouldn't be. There needs to be more of a spotlight on true horror anime, and there's some really good ones out there. Can't remember the name of it, but a anime creator who's made some really dark and fuck up anime not too long ago came out with an anime that as soon as people saw his name, they thought, oh, this is going to be messed up. But he tried to promise, oh no, it's going to be cute and cuddly, and it's about this little girl, and of course it was a mind fuck. As soon as you got into barely any parts of the episodes, it turned into just a horrific gore fest and mind-boggling, really. I wish I could remember the guy's name now. What was the show that he did loved? He went straight from that to that. I'm pulling up a blank.
I couldn't help you. I don't know enough. You didn't give me enough description.
Oh. It was about, the first one was about a kid. And it was a gore fest. I can't remember it, but yeah. Any thoughts there, Carmageddon?
I don't really watch anime. I'm like the piss poor person that doesn't.
No. Everybody to each their own. I mean, yeah. But would you do you like horror in general?
I don't know. Some things yes and some things no. It's a really like touchy subject for me, I guess. So some movies I'm okay with. TV shows, not really. But that's only because like I'm one of those people that when I watch them and it scares me, I'm always like, they're gonna leave me here with a cliffhanger, and they do.
Well, see, with anime, you don't have to worry about that because you can just finish up the whole season. But
yeah, right. Just watch it continuously.
I mean,
horror games are okay.
Yeah,
Outlast scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, some of the really good horror games, like, I'm going to have to make this a topic one day, but some of the great horror games and movies that come out of Japan, they take the same care and effort and really make it something that will actually make you think and scare you at the same time. The Japanese are good at doing that with their anime, not just their games and movies. Like Fatal Frame, I'm going to have to make a topic sometime.
Oh, God.
Because that is no movie and no game has ever freaked me out. That game, Fatal Frame 2. There's some moments in there that gave me the creeps, man.
I can't deal with the Fatal Frame games. I mean, I'll play what is that, Silent Hill all day long with that stupid fucking radio going off with a white noise, but I would not play Fatal Frame. Just a quick side note. Carmageddon, you might try Monster. It's not necessarily there's not like supernatural ghosts and vampires and stuff, but it's about human beings and the decisions that are made. You might want to check that one out. That one's pretty twisted. I like that one.
Is this an anime?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm like, what is this? Where do I look? Okay, got it.
Yeah, don't watch Monster with the hooker who likes killing truck stop guys.
Okay.
But for anybody watching, there's a good site you can go to find any of the anime that you ever dream of watching. From old to brand new. It's called kissanime.com. That's where I go to check it out. This is not no sponsor bullshit or nothing like that. But if you guys really want to find these and you have money to buy DVDs and you can't find them, go to kissanime.com and watch your fill of some of the greatest anime that you can find.
Kissanime.com.
.to, not .com.
My God, okay.
No. I'm just saying, if you put in .com, you might find some weird stuff.
It always takes me there when I do it, but okay.
You'll just find, like, the
hentai horror. That's not what you want to watch.
Whatever.
You don't want to see hentai horror. No, that's bad.
I've been doing hentai dubbing before. That was
La Blue
interesting.
Girl.
Oh wow, that was interesting.
Yeah, and they had it at crap. That no, but fucking shit. God damn it. Holy fuck. Gen Con. Yeah.
Okay.
They had it at that one year.
We went from horror to hentai. What a stretch. That'll be interesting.
That's not too weird for this show, honestly.
No. Maybe one day IC will bring up a hentai category for everybody to discuss.
You don't want that. I'll wait for
No, I don't.
subcategory for you.
We'll be banned from Twitch.
I'm sure if enough liquor's involved, anything will happen.
Oh God.
Just censor the image you put up here. That's all I'm saying.